Today, from Columbus, Ohio, it's week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Columbus Caps taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Columbus. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's second and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced.
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play that time on 4th and 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Caps drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 54 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open, so it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's now a give right side. Morgan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw here. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he's got his big tight end here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Herbert on 1st down now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. After one won 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Caps are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Morgan. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And you want to talk about active hands. These guys, these defensive backs, these linebackers, they've had active hands.
Almost reminds you of those great basketball teams, the ones that really defend. And we talk about the length that they have and able to get their hands on balls and have deflections and knock them away. That's what we're seeing here. Very difficult to get a pass into a receiver because there's always someone in the lanes. quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
From his own end zone, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing again on second down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now they're in the hurry-up. Herbert back to the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Caps go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 4. The toss here completed to Pittman. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. The Broncos trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. DJ Chark, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Bust through the tackle. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down. It's Morgan, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to find a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
7 yards the pick up there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Herbert throwing again. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Caps are able to stretch out their lead. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, check Mike 50.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Rhodes. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Second and 3. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the slant.
They'll look to throw. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. And after getting tackled, very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Push him back. Push him back. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
On 2nd down now. It's Morgan, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Off the pass. 50's the mark. 50's the mark.
Back to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, I think the Colts got this. They did. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And one more time, that's Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. Herbert off of play action. He's going to let it go again. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Caps add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick slant caught by Chase. The 40. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. And he'll find Pittman. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the home team here, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss might not...